loyal constituency for granted, assuming that African Americans would either stay home or certainly march out and vote for Democrats. And we did not do it. We refused. As a matter of fact, people did come out to vote. On my show, I was stunned. African American after African American after African American calling my show saying, I'm voting for Larry Hogan.
Really?
I thought the Hogan people were smart and got a lot of people to call in saying they were going to vote. In the city of Baltimore, more than 30% of the voters that showed up voted for Larry Hogan, voted for a Republican.
That's a large number, though.
And I will tell you,
considering that our turnout overall is so low.
It's so low. And when you think about, I will tell you, two effective commercials that spoke to voters was the Candy Leach commercial saying she had never voted for a Republican.
Was that a real
African American was a real commercial. And the how many taxes? Was it 40 taxes?
And
all the taxes hitting on the screen,
effective.
one after the other.
Right.
People kept telling me, Anthony Brown's going to lose. I said, no. I talked to a major union leader. No, we're going to pull it out. It's going to be tight. I talked to other Democrats. But this is what really shocked me. Across the country, Democrats took black voters for granted.
Right.
And they came to their senses days before the election, but it was too late. And it's insulting.
And they couldn't pull it out.
And they could not pull it out. Now, I think Hassan hit on something. Watch Larry Hogan and Boyd Rutherford over the next 4 years. I think they're going to do something very different than what people are expecting. I think there are bridges. I think bridges are going to be built.
Really?
I think relationships are going to be formed.
But didn't...
And they're looking at 4 years from now, not just this election.
And so the question is that the same strategy that the previous Republican governor had?
No.
Ehrlich?
No.
He didn't.
He wasn't a bridge builder.
Wasn't necessarily a bridge builder, but was defined by the Democrats and allowed the Democrats in the legislature to define and fight him, whether it was casino gambling or revenues, fees, and he says no taxes. But he was defined by the Democrats. Larry Hogan's not going to let that happen.
And Hogan and Rutherford were in that administration as secretaries, so they got a first-hand look at what not to do when they became governor and lieutenant governor. So I think that what Anthony said is right on point. And you've seen that right now. I mean, just the transition. You've seen them transition something that's not been done on a regular basis, including Democrats, Republicans, independents alike. They're not
are all part of the cabinet.
Absolutely.